Hello, welcome to Made to Heal with Angela Brown. I want to talk about the importance of sleeping and not shaming ourselves or others. But before I get into that, I want to invite you to check out the link in the comments below to my book called You Are Made to Heal Spiritually, Emotionally, Mentally, and Physically. Am I a professional? No. But what I do know is I suffered from suicidal thoughts for 30 plus years and depression, postpartum depression, which is depression on steroids. And I dealt with anger and I dealt with childhood traumas that I didn't know how to move past. I was victim. I just did not know how to get out of that victim mindset. And I was able to hit rock bottom. And I called that a huge blessing. I am grateful for that heart that came into my life. I hit rock bottom and I surrendered to God and Christ. And I truly believe that they have led me on this beautiful journey of healing. And it has been since the fall of 2015 that I have not had a single suicidal thought or depression. That is incredible and quite miraculous. Now, I'm not saying that I haven't been sad and I don't have life hit me hard sometimes that throws me through a loop sometimes, but I now have the tools to help me get through these times, and it's incredible. And so I just invite anybody that is willing to move and heal in their healing journey to check that out. Share this book with others. This book was written for the intent of all teens and adults, no matter where you find yourself in your mindset. Maybe you feel like, I'm a happy-go-lucky, positive person, and I'm upbeat, and I don't need any of this. You would be surprised of the out-of-the-box ideas that have helped me heal in so many ways. We all deal with struggle of loving somebody or forgiveness or whatever, and I have a ton of ideas that are healing, that are so beneficial. So check out my book, share it with others, and God bless. Thank you. Thank you. So I want to talk about sleep and shame. And what do they have in common? I've been shamed before for needing my naps because I have had several children and I happen to be tired blooded. And so when my toddlers were taking a nap, I would take a nap with them because, oh my gosh, I was up in the night with a baby usually, and I would have a toddler, and I was drained. I was exhausted. And in order to, be a more decent person in the day, I needed my naps. And so, um, I was shamed by certain family members, and other people would look at me like, you take a nap? So, never shame anybody or feel ashamed for doing that, because that's part of self-care. It's taking care of yourself. And let me tell you, sleep is so important. I'm just going to read my paragraph and then tell you my 2 cents worth on sleep and the importance of rest and not shaming yourself or others, feeling that guilt for having that time for yourself to rejuvenate, because it's so important. So this is what the paragraph says in my book. Sleep is important for all ages and stages in life. So no matter, you don't outgrow sleep. It's like you talk to parents and it's like, yeah, no, they don't take naps anymore. And oh, I miss the napping phase. And I don't know where we come to go like, oh, you're too old to nap, or we don't need to be napping anymore, but napping's okay at any age. So it's important for all stages and ages, and our bodies need adequate rest. So if you're not getting the proper rest in the evening time, in the nighttime especially, that is where the naps come in and are great. So, and rest, sleep for our bodies is especially important for pregnant women, growing babies, growing kids, adults. When you're undergoing, if you've undergone a surgery and you're trying to recover, sleep is so good, because our body, that's the time our body takes to heal, is when we're slowing down and when we're at a rest phase. So be sure to sleep. That is so good. And like I said, this in my book, it says I've heard women shame other women for taking naps in the middle of the day. But when we shame others for anything, it's damaging for us and the person that we are shaming. So it's got to stop. If you're working on a healthier mindset, try not to judge and shame other people in their decisions. And shaming or placing guilt on others only brings us, or when we shame others and put guilt on others, it only brings out the insecurities that we feel towards ourselves. So it's important to get out of that altogether. So sleep is quite important. You know, I have this beautiful mom that did not get the sleep that she needed. I just, you know, and it's not just my mom. It's I think a lot of women in my mom's generation, they would stay up late to get the house clean. They would just make sure everything was just so and perfect, and they would stay up and they would forego an hour or two or several hours of sleep each night to get caught up on everything because they work and they run a household and they're doing this and whatever. It's, you know, and I don't know, they were raised by another hardcore generation, like hardworking, right? And so it's just I think it's a generational thing of like this badge of honor of working ourselves to death, like literally tiring ourselves out. And the more tired we are, the more exhausted we are, then oh, we've accomplished so much and it makes us so great. And I think it's important to get out of that, not feeling like we have to meet that criteria. I remember when my husband and I were first married, and we had just got done watching a movie together and um had dinner, and then after the movie, it was quite late, right? We probably started the movie around 9:30 and it got over, you know, I don't know. It was late. It was between 11 and midnight. And after the movie, I went into the kitchen and I'm like, yeah, I didn't do the dishes and I'm in a hurry and do the dishes and you know, um get the dishwasher started so everything's done by morning time. And he literally came over to me and picked me up physically and he said, "No, you're going to bed. That can wait till tomorrow." And that taught me a lot. It taught me a lot in how to let go and that I didn't have to be a certain way to be a good wife or whatever. And so that really helped me learn how to let go a little bit, right? So it's important that we don't forego our sleep. If you know you're traveling somewhere, don't stay up super late. Pack like plan ahead. I mean, I'm one to talk, right? There would be times I was going out of town and I'd be up till the wee hours in the morning and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I've got to be up in a few hours just so we can go." And you know, cuz you are packing and I get it. Sometimes you're going to run into things like that because I have within this last year, I've ran into this. I'm going out of town. I've got all these people going with me. I've got to make sure we're packed and remember everything and so it's a lot of hustle and bustle. But don't do it on a nightly consistent basis. And did you know I was listening to I don't know what I was listening to. It was on the radio. Someone that does a lot of they're widely known, and I don't want to throw names out there because I don't want to put the wrong name out there. But I was listening to this talk show radio and they were throwing out statistics about what happens when we don't get enough sleep. And obviously, we're not going to fire on all cylinders if we are not getting enough sleep. And if we're not getting enough sleep in our 30s and 40s, guess what? Statistics say the chances for getting dementia and Alzheimer's goes up 4 to 5 times. That's huge. That's huge. When that's already a huge thing with our senior citizens right now as it is. So knowing that, would you want to change your patterns and making sure you're getting enough sleep, slowing down and then allowing your body to rest and enter into that true rest phase? If you are not getting good sleep, I am a foot zone practitioner. If you can find a foot zone practitioner in your area, oh my goodness, it helps with you to get better sleep. It just helps get the body systems firing and in alignment, and it will help you get better sleep. So definitely look into something like that. If you're dealing with insomnia or your sleep patterns are off, look into getting that done. Be open to that. If you don't know what foot zoning is, it's a lot like reflexology, only it's advanced reflexology. And it's going through all the body systems on working on your feet. And it's been incredible. It has blessed my life and my family's life and so many more. So look into that and be open to that. But it's so important to make sure you're getting your rest. God doesn't want us to run faster than what we are capable of. because you know what? It will affect us. When we are not getting the sleep we need, it's not just affecting us physically, it's affecting us spiritually, emotionally, mentally as well. And so when we're too tired, we don't really think clearly to connect to God as often as we normally would. Or when we're lacking sleep and we're tired, we're mentally not all the way there. We're not going to be alert and be on top of things. And if we're not getting enough sleep, it's going to make us crankier. It's going to make us ornery and moody and just not as fun for other people around us to deal with. Let's be honest. And or maybe you don't get angry when you're tired if you're one of those lucky ones, but you're going to be tired and sluggish and not have the energy, and so you're going to act subpar in whatever it is you take on for the day. So just really think about getting enough sleep, treating yourself. That's part of self-care. Self-love is making sure you have enough sleep. So God bless. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Share it with others. It is my mission and my purpose to help others in their healing journey, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically. And until next time, we'll be talking to you later. Bye.